Hey Saab people, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to talk about a very foolish diagnostic mistake I made while working on my 2.8 engine because I don't want you to do the same thing. While driving my car around town, I was getting a really bad cylinder 3 misfire. I know these cars very well, inside and out, and I have a lot of things that have just become common sense. When you become super knowledgeable in a subject, you start to question how much you actually know, and you second guess your knowledge a lot. And that is exactly what I did. I was pretty certain that the cylinder counts on these engines were 2, 4, 6, 1, 3, 5. And because my misfire was happening on cylinder 3, that would mean that I would need to check this one back here. But before I wasted my time taking apart the back of the engine, which is a huge pain in the ass, I mean, taking off the ECU, disconnecting all the cables, getting rid of the vacuum lines in the back to check that cylinder, I decided, you know what, maybe I should double check that I don't have my cylinder count wrong in my head. So I went online and found a Saab Central forum that said that the cylinder count was actually 135 246 instead of vice versa. Oh, lucky me. Looks like I was wrong. I'll just blindly follow that without checking another source. So I started testing cylinder 4 instead of cylinder 3. I replaced the coil pack with a good used one that I had. I replaced the spark plug with a brand new one, tested all the coils and spark plugs across the front, replaced them with each other multiple times just to make sure one of my new parts that I installed was bad as well. When I kept getting a misfire on what I thought was cylinder 3, I was like, okay, this issue is clearly much more involved. So I went and I bought a compression testing kit. Compression was good. I guess I will continue and I will start ripping up the wiring harness. So I traced these wires as far as I could get. I didn't see anything wrong with it. I took apart the connector. I looked for loose pins. I even went as far as spending $350 in getting multiple ME9s cloned just in case the ME9 was the issue, which is the ECM for those of you that aren't familiar. At this point, I'm up to $400 in tools and cloning services, and I'm up to $100 in gas running up and down the state. So I'm $500 in on an issue, and I still don't know what's causing the misfiring. I even went as far as taking off the intake manifold and swapping around injectors. An O-ring flipped inside out and tore, and I dumped 2 gallons of gas all over the ground while letting my car idle. I spent another afternoon running up and down the state looking for O-rings for these injectors, thinking that they would be a specialty type because these are a Bosch 700 plus cc injector. They are not, they're just the regular OEM O-ring. For those of you that want the part number, I will leave it in the description. Injectors, spark plugs, coil packs, and ECMs all swapped multiple times, and I spent hundreds of dollars chasing this issue. And then I decided to triple check that I knew what the cylinder count was, found a proper resource that told me it was in fact 246 in the front and 135 in the back. I swapped a single coil pack in the back and the car ran perfect. And I will tell you what, that made me feel like a complete dummy. That was my really only running, driving car at the time, so it sent me into a panic. I started messaging everybody I knew that has any amount of knowledge on these cars. I contacted Jake Tedisco from the 2.8 Alliance, JTE Engineering. I contacted Edson Pouchy from YouTube, awesome guy. I contacted Brian from Vermont Tuning, who gave me pointers. I contacted Bo from the 2.8 Alliance. I contacted a lot of people, and there are many that I'm not naming right now. And I was literally driving myself insane with this issue just to find out that the reason I'm not able to diagnose it is because I'm not checking the right spot. So, moral of the story is, check your resources, make sure you're getting good information, and go join the 2.8 Alliance group on Facebook, because that is where the best information lies. All you have to do is hit the search bar in the top right corner to find keyword searches for posts that people have made over many years. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.